Welcome back to a brand new video. TBF Gaming jumping once again into an Ark Ascended Mod Spotlight. Excited to get going today. We do a lot of things here on the channel. Mod Spotlights, playthroughs. We play some new up-and-coming games. We got a lot of stuff going on, mainly an Ark channel. And today we're going to jump into some more of the Mod Spotlight series. So let's check out some of the ASA mods. Before we get to that, I did want to say thank you real quick. We are at 19.9 thousand subs, right next to 20K. Absolutely blows my mind. Thank you so much. Love you guys for all the support. I really do appreciate it. But today we're going to be checking out one of the mods that was available back on Ark Survival Evolved and is coming up to Ark Survival Ascended. Now keep in mind, all of these mods are a work in progress. They're going to change as they go. So a lot of times we're going to do this mod spotlight, and then later that day or that week, the mod is going to update and change completely. So we will do update videos later on as these mods get a little bit more rounded out. But this is one of my favorite mods that was available back on Ark Survival Evolved, and they brought it to Ark Survival Ascended. It doesn't have all the features just yet, but they're slowly bringing those into the mod. But I think it's worth checking out this mod, and you guys should definitely go download it, check it out, or click the CurseForge link down below. All right, so today's mod is Seed Farm. This is by CZSHomer. Did a great job on this mod back on Ark Survival Evolved, and Ark Survival Ascended. It's already looking pretty good. Excited to see what it looks like in the near future. So let's get kind of into this real quick. Like I said, this is not a mod guide, just more of a mod spotlight, but I will kind of like show off the order of how things go here in the mod. Basically, when you first start playing this mod, the first thing you got to do is make the seed items, which is the seed and the seed table. You need both of those things. The seed is crystal, obsidian, mushroom, metal, flower. A little bit expensive to get into, but this is going to allow you to make magic crystals. So this will allow you to make little magic crystals, which I think we have some right here, so I can show you. We've got these little magic crystals that will grow over time, and depending on which crop plot they're inside of, they'll grow faster or slower. Once you get a bunch of these, you take these over here, and then you can make the next one. So if we do apprentice, you can get into the next tier. So you have the apprentice seed, the apprentice crystal. You can just make the apprentice crystal right away. So we'll put that over there, and then we'd be able to make some of these. You need a bunch of those, and you need 100 of those in order to make the apprentice seed, and then you also need 100 of those apprentice crystals to make the apprentice crop plot. That crop plot's awesome because it increases your greenhouse effect up to 450, water amount up to 750% increase, and it just grows a lot faster. So you're going to see a big difference in each one of these crop plots, how fast they grow. So very, very cool. Definitely one of the cool things in this mod. Another thing they have in here is the poop maker. This will convert stemberry into dung, making fertilizer. So it goes really fast. The spoil time is a lot lower in it. Just really, really good features on this one, so that'll help out get that started. Plus the model's cool, little piggy elephant up top. And then let's show you the crop plots real quick. So I've got them laid out kind of in order. The first one, obviously, you're going to have to start with a vanilla crop plot and plant that first seed that we told you. Next one, after you get through those initial seeds, you'll move into the next ones, which is the Magic Apprentice Crystal, and then later on you'll get the Journeyman Crystals, and then you'll get your Mastercraft Crystals, and then of course the Ascendant Crystals. So you'll work your way through each one of those tiers, and then you can also work your way through the crop plots. Each one increases a little bit. Let's look at how much they increase. It's actually really cool. There you go, crop plot. So the Apprentice one, like you said, 450 and 750. Then you move up to Journeyman. Where's our Journeyman here? Journeyman, which is 600 and 900. So it's going to grow a lot faster inside of there. And then we're going to the Mastercraft right over here. That one is 1200 and 1800. And then when you get up to the Ascendant, it's 2,400 and 3,600. So you can kind of see, I put these crop plots out a little bit ago to let them kind of do their thing. So inside of, like, say, this one, we've got, actually, let's look at the very last one. We'll look at the Ascendants. So inside of this very first crop plot, we have 238 of the crystals, 14 of the seeds. Over here on the Ascendant one, we have 834 and 44. So it's doing absolutely crazy. Also, it looks like it pulls fertilizer in there, or it converts the magic fertilizer. They also have a magic fertilizer in this mod that helps out a lot. It adds crazy amount. There you go, magic fertilizer. This one adds crazy amounts of nitrogen. As you can see, it's a 5-4 and a bunch of zeros. So it adds crazy amounts to it, so that way you don't have to fill up your stuff very often. And it's a little expensive because you got to have 10 of the magic crystals and 3 feces, but one of those will power a crop plot for weeks. So that's really cool. All right, so that's those ones. Those are kind of the early crop plots. I think that's everything for those ones. Now, another thing this mod has that they haven't really added just yet. Oh, this should say Tier 1. T1. There you go. Oh, it does. It just looks weird. All right, so another thing they have is actual resource crops. So for these ones, you come over here to your little thing, and you have your tiers. So we'll look at Tier 1. So for tier 1, they have fish meat and raw meat. So you get a bunch of those magic crystals, rare flowers, meat, prime meat, mushroom. Little expensive, but once you get that, you can actually grow meat in the soil, just like we used to do back home. So you go over here, and boom, inside of here, you can see we got fish meat growing for days. Over here, this one, is this the meat one? I might have forgot to plant the meat. I think we planted fish twice. So we've got both those. This one didn't get anything. There you go. Now it does. So that has a seedling now, and it'll just take a little bit for it to grow, but you can see the meat kind of sticking out right there. Let's go like that. Boom. There you go. You can see the meat sticking out. For tier 2, you got a couple new items. You've got the, what's the first one here? We've got flint, we've got hide, and we've got thatch. So those are the first 3 available for that one. Oh, and then this one, the spoiled meat. So that's all the tier 2 seeds. Those ones, same thing, a little bit expensive to make, but once you get into them, you can start growing those resources. Now, the original seed farm had all kinds of stuff, so I assume that they're going to be adding those over time. But if we go in here, tier 2, the thatch is 1,000 thatch plus those other same items that you had for the other ones. And then once you get to the tier 3, so go tier 3. Right now, they only have one thing available. I think they're going to add more things later. In the previous mod, they had element, they had just everything, metal ingot, you name it, as it goes up through the tiers. For the tier 3, it is just the blood packs right now, and you can see how much that one costs. So it's definitely a little expensive, and you got to use the previous seeds to get into it. So you have to grow your tier 1 seeds to help make the tier 2 seeds to help make the tier 3 seeds, and then these will grow over here like this, so you can start getting a bunch of those. So just a really good mod to help out with those items. The last 2 things over in here in this mod are the crop plots, the actual tech crop plots. These things are amazing, and I didn't put any seeds or power in here yet, but these will grow crops at a crazy high amount. They don't require, in fact, we can just look at them in the seed farm. They don't require all the stuff that the previous ones do. So tech crop plots, you have the first tech crop plot. It is expensive, 500 angler gel, 500 crystal, magic ascendant crystals, polymer, the first ascendant crop plot, electronics, and oil. But it doesn't need water, it doesn't need fertilizer, and it grows pretty fast. You can use it inside, and you just need electricity. The ultimate doesn't even need electricity. It runs on its own, but you can see it's very expensive. 1,000 of those ascendant crystals, 500 crystal generic artifacts, and 1 tech crop plot. But once you get to this one, this is one of those ones that a lot of people on servers actually disable because it can be just a little bit OP, but if you put stuff inside of it, it will duplicate that item for you. So let's go like that. Let's turn this guy on, and boom, you can see it doubled that item. So I don't know if it does it with absolutely everything, but most things we've put in there, it is worked with. So if I put like one of these, will it work with that? Okay, so not items apparently, but I think in the previous one it would even do that. All right, looks like that one's not working. We'd have to get like a regular item. But basically, it's going to duplicate those items. It's going to double it. It does tick over time, and I think you can adjust the speed of it over time. But just a very, very cool mod. Once you get to this level, oh, that's awesome. It actually shows what the item is. Very cool. Let's go throw that in there, turn that on, and then that'll live over time, make a bunch of polymer. So there you go. Those are kind of the main things in it. I think we showed you everything in the mod. But Seed Farm by CZSHomer, make sure you go check it out. Yep, Poop Maker, all of the crystals, and this is that magic fertilizer that we talked about. Just does a crazy amount. Let's go throw one down here in this crop plot so you can kind of see. Look at this. So right now, that one's already got fertilizer. Oh, that one does too, and it says that it's going. Does it say how long it's going to last? It doesn't, but it's going to. I think it's going to last like dang near forever. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Kind of a shorter one because it's just one mod. We're going to continue doing these mod spotlights. If they're really small mods, we'll do them in a short mod spotlight, like all 5 of them in one video. Or if it's a little bit larger one like Seed Farm, we'll do it in a larger one. And hopefully Seed Farm continues to grow. It had a lot of other cool features within it back on the old ASE version, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this one as they work on it in the Discord. Make sure you go check out CZSHomer. They're doing some good work over there. Join their Discord, and you can see all the updates and spoilers and stuff coming to the mod. But I hope they keep working with it because this is such a good mod. It definitely is really nice on servers, especially modded servers. And you can adjust some of the stuff so it's not super OP, and you can disable stuff like the crop plot. Oh, there it goes. It's working now. Stuff like the crop plot if you don't want that working over there. So hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Support the modders if you can. I really appreciate the support here on the channel. Huge shout out to the patrons. They make my channel possible. Could not do it without their support. I really love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you on next week's Mod Spotlights. We got a couple good ones coming up next week. Dino mods and some other stuff. Hope you guys have a great day. See you next one. Later.